There may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, people of all ages, sports fans across the country, welcome back to Tailgate Talks, episode number 112. This episode is sponsored by Sheduer Recycling and Junk Removal. We will have more on them later and how they can help you. But before we do that, what's going on, Mike? How's it hanging over there? College graduates? Everybody's back.
Weird, man.
We're doing nothing but working. Feels weird.
Paying bills, taxes, mowing the lawn. I don't do that.
I do that.
You do. You chop wood too. I was over at your house and when I gave you that mic, you chopping down in the wood.
Yeah, dude. I push mow this entire yard. It sucks.
You want to push mow my yard?
Hey, I'll push mow anybody's yard.
I'm sure my dad will appreciate that.
I love the push mow. It's good exercise. Well, kind of.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, no, it was fun. I was just obviously because of episode 111 of the Edinburgh football preview show. Obviously everybody knows I went back up there Saturday, saw everybody that I'm friends with and care about, and that was nice. So it was like kind of like a good a refresher that I needed. You know what I mean? Like, listen. Burrow's not going anywhere. It sucks that you don't go there anymore, but you're on to bigger and better things one day. But I actually was
get into the University of Michigan.
Actually, also another thing that I'm actually glossing over. More importantly, was on Friday's show at Reese Hayes Presents 880 Wrestling. I was behind the hard cam, working the hard cam. That was fun. That was nice. My ear was ringing the entire day the next day because of the cues and stuff. But that was fun. So, and what also, Bryce, is fun is that even though it is August, way out of contention, Bubba Chandler is finally on.
And he looked like we anticipated he would look.
Yeah, and listen, the Pirates are way out. Obviously, no questions about it. It's just this, like, they're bad, and I told you, and I like I said on the show weeks ago, I said until they start caring, I'm done giving as much effort into them, because I'm not going to put my time and effort into something that is lazy, does not care. So
I mean, yeah. We know how the story unfolds is basically what you're getting to. Bubba Chandler comes up, looks great. We move him up next year. That means we have full control of Jared Jones, Paul Skeens, Bubba Chandler, and blanking.
Mm-hmm. Mitch Keller,
yes. I forgot that we still have him. I thought we traded him since, we were going to be getting rid of him because it was going to bring us the bat back. Yeah, and you know what bat it brought us back? Nobody. Nothing. Pipeline players, baby. But basically, we have control of 4 pitchers, 2 of which I would say are above average. 1 is excellent, and the other one is average. And basically what I'm getting to is next year, I would not be surprised if we have the least runs given up and the least runs scored. Because that is the Pirates' MO. It's not going to change until ownership changes. And unfortunately,
it's the same song and dance. It's the same song and dance every time. It's the same song and dance every time.
I like how Manfred wants to get involved and he says he's going to do stuff, but My
Yeah,
personal view on Rob Manfred is that he won't do anything because his pockets are lined so thick right now with hundreds that he doesn't really care what happens.
No, he doesn't care. He does not care. And people that think he cares can word I cannot say because we're sponsored.
Here's my bold take that I really hope happens, and I was so against it. I'll just go on about it real quick. When the banana ball became a thing, I hated it because I was like, this is stupid. They're just mocking America's pastime. It's so dumb. I can't stand it. I'll never watch it. Well, then I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. It's going to force the commissioner of MLB to step in and do something because they're filling stadiums every game that's played, specifically the Savannah Bananas, but even some of those other teams are filling stadiums too. If Banana Ball gets big and people start watching baseball, that's going to force Manfred's hand into doing something because if views go down and everything goes down, MLB baseball is not going to get the money that it wants. And if Manfred's pockets get thin, he's going to have to take some drastic measures. So hopefully Banana Ball forces him into doing something. But I don't think it'll ever get big to where baseball disappears. I kind of hope it does because then it'll make them have to do something.
Right. Yeah. I'm thinking and talking too much now. Okay. Let's actually. Sorry, because I'm writing down times for Richie of like the peak periods of where we talked about this, and actually just thought about something, and we'll keep it on baseball for a second. I'm gonna do something here with you, Bryce. All right, I'm gonna give you time. Don't say your answer yet, because we're gonna say our answer at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like that the Orioles are gonna, in the offseason, possibly trade Adley Rutschman. So what I want you to do is think for a second of where do you think his first landing spot's or his landing spot's going to be. When you do, we're on a count of three. We're going to say our answer at the same exact time.
Yeah.
You got it locked in. Say the full city team name.
Hold on. I'm trying to think. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
I have two, but I'm gonna go down to one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to 1 too. Are you ready? 3.
Hold on. Wait a second. I'm thinking of the two teams that I'm down to.
Okay, I got one. I got two as well. But one there is. I'm kind of convinced.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're all right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna laugh at the one I'm gonna say.
All right.
3, 2, 1. The
New York Yankees.
Dodgers. Wow. How did you? Bryce just texted me Dodgers, and I was just like, how did you? How? How did you know?
That you were going to go with Dodgers?
The Yankees are good. No, I was going with Dodgers. I kind of thought maybe you were going to go with Dodgers.
Well, I texted you Dodgers because I knew you were going to say Dodgers. But think about it. They have Will Smith, and Will Smith's been really good this year.
Yeah.
And the Yankees catcher
but here's the thing. But here's the thing. Yeah, but here's the thing. The Dodgers can make whatever work. They don't care. It's another bat. They don't care. And he seems like a Los Angeles guy. Just being honest.
But think about it. The freaking Yankees are working with Ben Rice and Austin Wells. Imagine Adley Rutschman behind the plate.
True. Now, my second one.
You want me to do my second one?
Actually, I might change this to my number one landing spot for him. But the Dodgers, I would not be surprised. Nobody should be surprised for anybody to go to the Dodgers. Nobody should be. Because it's Dodgers. Right? Am I wrong? It's the Dodgers. But yeah, actually, I'm going to make this my number one team, and I actually have a better explanation. So are you ready?
1 second. Let me think. I have it down to another one. I'm not saying the same one as you because that's just too obvious. Anybody is going to go to the Dodgers if they give them enough money.
True.
Let's think. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
This one's going to catch you off guard.
3, 2, 1.
The
Philadelphia
Detroit Tigers.
Oh, okay. My explanation is quick and simple. I think he's going to go to the Phillies because I think JT Realmuto is getting up there in age.
Yeah.
So
my explanation is even more simple. The Tigers are they did the rebuild successfully. How you successfully rebuild a team. And now they are back in contention to win.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the same guys next year. You sign Rutschman to a long-term deal.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps him there, which gives you gives you a hitter, plus a solid catcher that you can build around with Spencer Torkelson and all your other pieces. It's a no-brainer if you're the Tigers to go throw a bag at Adley Rutschman. The other team that I think could do it is the Giants. I mean, think about it. The Giants are a team that's always known for having good catchers or drafting good catchers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, Buster Posey was one of the best. So, but moral of the story is he'll probably end up with the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Mets. So,
yeah. Okay. So actually, last thing before we do our next ad read, honestly, let's just keep because we've barely talked about baseball recently for obvious reasons, but I digress. Connor Griffin is now in Altoona. When do you think we could possibly see Connor Griffin in the majors? Because if he's at I personally think if he stays on the right track, right, I think this time next year we could see Connor Griffin.
I completely disagree.
Really?
I think that it was a great draft pick by Charrington. I got to give him props.
Mm-hmm.
It was a stud. Somehow he managed to fall to the Pirates, which I'm okay with. I mean, it worked out for us. But I'll put it this way. If they're committed to winning, he will be in Pittsburgh next year. If they're still trying to rebuild, he won't be in Pittsburgh for another 2 years. Because him coming up, now think about this outfield, okay? If he comes up, he can play the entire outfield or shortstop. I'm assuming, depending on what we do with shortstop, he'll play the outfield. So let's just say Connor Griffin in left, O'Neill Cruz in center, Brian Reynolds in right. That's a solid outfield.
Yeah, I'd say so. But we will see. We will see. But
I think the other thing is, let me add on to that. If Connor Griffin comes in and plays shortstop, that means we can trade Kiner Falefa.
He should have been traded already.
I agree. While he was hot and he was batting like 290. But we can trade him to maybe get a power hitter left fielder. Or, I mean, the thing I struggle with is we have in the farm system we have so many guys that could come up and play right now. But we just don't want to. So we'll just leave it at that. The only other thing I want to talk about with the Pirates farm system is, hey man, Jared Triolo is having a month.
Yeah, he has. He's improved. And I wouldn't be surprised if, to be totally honest with you, Bryce, I would not be surprised if Don Kelly sat down with Triolo and said, "Listen, Hayes is gone, man. You got to step up. Like, we need you bad. Like, this is yours. Like, this is, if you can turn it around right now, I wouldn't be surprised if he told Jared Triolo, if you can turn it around right now, the job's yours to lose."
Yeah.
Because like we need a third baseman now that Brian Hayes is gone. And and here's the thing. Okay, this might get me roasted online, but I don't care. I think Jared Triolo, don't get me wrong, Brian Hayes I still think is one of possibly the best third baseman defensively in the league. Um, but also Jared Triolo is very good. I think he is a just below, decently far, but still really good below Key Brian Hayes in terms of defensive ability. I think because he won a Gold Glove. So, but here's the thing though. That could also be beneficial, obviously, for Jared Triolo if he can stay hot with his bat and do. He's already doing stuff that Key Brian Hayes couldn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My
So
problem is like we talk about how great they are defensively, but like I don't even care about defense, dude. Like
it's kind of like the Steelers. I'm not even gonna lie.
it's so I get so tired of defense. Like I want a freaking Pedro Alvarez back that's gonna blast 45 home runs and strike out 200
Yeah,
times. But
exactly.
20 of those home runs are gonna give us like 3 runs and put us in the lead.
Honestly, literally.
I just want some offense back. Like I want Tamar Johnson up there. I want Connor Griffin up there.
My dad made a good point. We need a left-handed bat for that ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
We need a left-handed bat for that ballpark. Like,
I mean, it is so that ballpark. It's so beautiful because a left-handed hitter is going to get quite an advantage if they can pull the baseball, and Sawinski can, but he's just not ready.
And not good.
But a right-handed hitter has just the same advantage because it might be 340 out to left field there, but the wall's only about 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I don't know. I get so tired of talking about the Pirates because we get our hopes up and talk about things that we hope change. And next year we're going to be back here at the same point with hundreds of thousands of more followers, and we're going to be saying the same crap.
Oh boy. Anyway, let's play. Perfect segue. Let's pay the bills, right?
Yeah, probably need to pay the bills after that one because the Pirates just infuriate me.
Hey, Cole Frisch. I'm sure he's fine with it.
I'm actually not. I actually made a commitment that I'm not super upset. I'm not going to get aggravated about the Pirates. I just get aggravated about the thought because fall baseball in Pittsburgh is amazing, and I really want to go watch the Pirates and the Athletics play because I am now an Athletics fan. Just because
I'll bite the bullet and go with you.
I just love the fact that the A's, if the A's and Pirates traded each other's bullpen, like the Pirates traded their bullpen for the A's bullpen, the A's would be contending next year. And if the A's traded the Pirates their hitters, the Pirates would be contending next year. It's frustrating.
Shout out to your favorite player on the A's. Go ahead.
2 of them. I got Jacob Wilson, Pirates legend, Jack Wilson's son, and my favorite, bear with me here, Nick Kurtz. Fun fact about Nick Kurtz, actually, he grew up out where my aunt and uncle live, out in Lancaster, PA. And his grandmother stays in the same nursing home, I guess we'll call it, as my uncle's mom. So she's eating dinner with Nick Kurtz's grandmother, Evelyn Kurtz, and she's actually met Nick a time or two. Last Thanksgiving, she got to meet him, and it's a pretty cool story. Kid from Pennsylvania, where I have family, absolutely tearing up the MLB as a rookie. But that's beside the point. Let's pay the dang bills before I go on a rampage about how I wish the Pirates were in the Athletic shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this episode of Tailgate Talks is sponsored by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. DeFrisha is a family-run business out of Greenville, PA, that provides services such as vehicle purchasing, scrap metal purchasing, appliance removal, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house, garage, building cleanouts, and demolition around the Greenville and Pittsburgh area. If you are in need of any of these services mentioned, visit the link in this description to check out their website and get in contact with them to see if they provide a service in your area. That information will be in the comments below.
There we go. Good job, Bryce.
Thanks for the shows. Appreciate you.
I'm proud of you. But okay, let's get this out of the way now.
College football starts.
That's later. Yeah, we gotta get it out of the way now. Just get it out of the way now. I can't believe we're talking about this, but it's God. The Kansas State and Iowa State game went that long without a completion in the first. Dude, like what? No, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm obviously talking about Sheduer. Listen, man. I want everybody to succeed in going for their childhood dream, including Sheduer. I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to have the best time in the NFL that they can. I unlike some fans, against people like Kenny Pickett. Oh my God, right?
Hold on a second. You can talk.
I know he's on the Browns, and I don't care about the Browns. I hate the Browns. Other than Kenny, I hate the Browns. But I don't care what team they're on. You can even be in the Chiefs. Like even Penn State players going into or West Virginia players going into the NFL. I want them to be successful and happy. Even Drew Aller, whoever he goes to.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, please.
No. Absolutely not. No. But for the love of God, can we stop the excuses already for Sheduer? Let me tell you something. Today, I think it was on First Take, Dan Orlovsky said, "Man, I don't think Sheduer Sanders is going to play this year." No crap, he's not. He's fourth on the depth chart for a reason.
Well, he is going to play this year. He's going to play this week, and then he won't touch the field again. Because preseason will be over.
The preseason's over. Preseason's already over.
I forgot that they do this stupid week off thing. That's right.
Yeah. So people want to say other things of why people don't like Sheduer. Let me tell you something why they don't like Sheduer. First of all, he's not that great. He's not. 13-12 at Colorado. He's not awful by any means. He's not awful. But one of the plays that, and a couple of other things that you can notice from the game against the Rams, one of Sheduer's biggest problems, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Bryce, this problem was also a problem at Colorado, is his pocket presence. He goes back and he goes out of the pocket behind him, takes way too many steps back, and then the O-line, they can only block for so long, and then he takes a 24-yard sack.
It was that at Colorado, but it wasn't as exposed as much as it will be in the NFL because he knew he had Travis Hunter down there somewhere and the other Will Shepherd down there somewhere, and he could just sling the rock, and one of them is more than likely going to come down with it. But in the NFL, that's not going to work where you can just run around the pocket and not get rid of the ball. Sometimes the correct play is rolling out and getting rid of it. And he doesn't seem to have that figured out yet.
Mm-hmm. It's just mind-boggling. It is just mind-boggling that this guy who was a fifth round quarterback is getting this much attention. There was a story, I forget, I think it was Eric Dickerson said it, that NFL GMs called teams, don't draft Sheduer. Come on. Are we really making rumors up because he sucks? Are you freaking kidding me? Don't get me wrong. His dad is a legend and will forever be a legend. Abso-freaking-lutely. No questions asked. Bryce, if his last name was not Sanders, would he be on an NFL team right now? I say maybe because, never. But you know what I'm trying to say.
I would say it's possible because of who he played with. If he didn't play at Colorado with Travis Hunter and he was the QB at, I don't know, say Louisville, I doubt it.
But still, though, it's the only reason why people care about him so much is his last name.
Well, I mean, think about it. Travis Hunter's gone. Sheduer's gone. How much have you heard about Colorado in the preseason college football talks?
Zero.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Zero. The excuses just need to stop. And here's the thing. If Sheduer ever gets in and he balls out, I will come onto this show and I will admit I was wrong. But there is no proof he could be an NFL caliber quarterback. The excuses are ridiculous. He's in the spot he's in because of his last name. Stop making rumors after games where he struggles. Stop making fake rumors that you know aren't true, and you're trying to come up with any excuse to make this guy look like he's actually legendary, when in reality, he is way far away from that.
Let's put it this way. A team that is in desperate need for a wide receiver or a quarterback in the New Orleans Saints didn't feel that he would be the franchise quarterback. They took Tyler Shaw instead to be their franchise quarterback. Let that sit in. They haven't had a franchise quarterback since
Drew Brees.
I'm not even going to call Derek Carr a franchise quarterback.
No.
Well, I guess I will, because he's going to end up pretty. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback, but franchise quarterback hasn't been since Drew Brees. So if they thought he was going to be it, they would have taken him.
Yeah, exactly. This is I would not be surprised right now that Kevin Stefanski is waiting on the depth chart to announce it, because he does not want to hear the backlash, because he knows people are going to be mad that Sheduer is fourth. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. And to be honest, this is kind of basically why I could see why teams didn't want to take Sheduer. One, they don't want the fan backlash because they know they're not going to play him right away unless it was the Saints, because he would have played. And they don't want Dion in their ear 24/7. I'm not saying Dion's in Stefanski's ear. I highly doubt it. Yet. So that's why I think that's my thoughts on the Sheduer stuff. I don't know. I'm not a Browns fan. I could care less. But
I'm curious if they'll keep him on the 53-man roster.
They will. They are.
You think they're
keeping all four? They're keeping all four.
They're going to keep four?
Yeah, they are.
So you have 53 spots, and you're going to take 4 of them for a quarterback.
I think they already announced it, though, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, man. If I was setting the roster, I don't think I'd have 4 quarterbacks. But anyway, I guess I can see why they do it. But yeah, like you said, I'm not a Browns fan, and truthfully, I'm not much of an NFL fan either. But
that's totally fair. That is totally fair. But real quick, to stay on I know I'm talking about the Browns a lot, and I should be talking about the Steelers, and I will in a second. So I noticed this, and of course I'm paying attention to it because of who's in that quarterback room. When they announced Joe Flacco as the starter, did you notice that it said for Week 1 against the Bengals and not the season?
I didn't even look because I didn't care.
That's fair. But that's what it said. Last preseason game, right? Joe Flacco played. Dylan Gabriel played. Sheduer Sanders played. Kenny Pickett did not play. He's projected to be the backup for Joe Flacco because of the injury. Now answer me this. Kenny's fine. He's cleared. He was fully practicing recently again. Why are you saving your backup, quote unquote, to not play in the final preseason game, but you are letting your supposed starter play that game? You want to know what that tells me? That tells me Joe Flacco has a short leash. And I do think we will see Kenny Pickett quick, probably fairly quick. So That's all I got to say about
I kind of like to play the other side of this. I really hope Kenny Pickett is a starter, and I hope the Browns come into Pittsburgh on whatever week that is and beat the Steelers by like 75 points. I
It
hope
would
he
be fun.
throws. I hope he
It would be
throws for like. I hope he throws for 752 passing yards with 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on 36 of 48 passing.
That would be so funny. That would be so funny. But in reality, I would want the Steelers to win in there because I'm a Steelers fan at first. But at the same time, that would be nice to see.
I think
I would
it's.
laugh.
I,
I
I
would laugh.
completely disagree.
I would laugh. I would laugh at Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan in that case.
I mean, I guess looking at it this way, you take him in the first round and then ship him off, which is fine. But now you have Aaron Rodgers, a seasoned veteran. If you would have just made it through last year with whatever you had with Justin Fields, then you have Justin Fields, young quarterback, Kenny Pickett, young quarterback, in a quarterback room with Aaron Rodgers, seasoned veteran, and they can learn from him. Think about the QB situation in Pittsburgh for 20 years from now, if that's the approach they took.
Well, Bryce, what I can tell you is that when you lie about the starter job and want washed up Russell Wilson, who's getting paid $300 million to go play somewhere else, then he can't really do nothing about that. Anyway, where did he go? There you are. Speaking of the Steelers, of course, Aaron Rodgers is going back to New York to play the Jets next week. And of course, we are playing Justin Fields for the first time since last year. I am not changing no matter what happens. I've said this on the show before, and I am keeping this on the record. I do not. Okay, I want to win. Don't get me wrong. They need to win. Like, I want them to win every single game. But I'm not making a prediction on the rest of the season until you win a playoff game. So I care. I care a lot more about the Steelers than I do the Pirates. But I am not going to make a prediction because I've done that way too many times the last few years, and look what happened. So we will wait and we will see. So I think it'll be very interesting to see Justin playing against Justin Fields once again, and we will see. But now let's get to what Bryce has been waiting for. College football is fully back this week.
Are you ready?
Oh, my light. God, I heard that. God, I felt that one, Bryce. Bryce only, for people that don't know, Bryce literally lives like that way.
I'm so thrilled, man.
Yeah, dude. I
wish Dom was here.
Are we really ready for the game of the week? Duquesne versus Pitt. Come on, talk to me.
Nobody cares about the FCS.
Hey, I'm an Edinburgh alum, and we beat an FCS team last year, so I care.
Here's what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna go on the record and say this, and anybody, if this clip gets posted to social media, can rip me if they feel so, and I will gladly defend this take. This is the best opening week slate of college football we've had in years.
Okay.
And it doesn't even compare. It is not even close. Let me just go down the list. Friday, our game of the week. 2 games that are highly anticipated. One being Auburn versus Baylor. Baylor was one of the teams that ended up in my top 25 from 2 weeks ago. And Auburn was one of my fringe top 25 teams. They square up Friday at 8 p.m. And you also have Georgia Tech, Yellow Jackets, versus Colorado, which, like I just said, has been very silent this year.
I wonder why.
And Georgia Tech's a 5-point favorite in that game, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But to get into why I think this is the best opening week slate we've had in a while, you've got a number 1 versus number 3 in Texas versus Ohio State. And I can't wait to watch Texas win by $50 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Going through the slate right now. Alabama versus Florida State. Now, yes, Alabama's probably going to win this game, but everybody's saying that Florida State could be a potential Cinderella this year. Young team, scrappy. That could be a good game. And then you got LSU with Garrett Nussmeier versus Cade Klubnik, two of the people that are pretty much 1 and 2 in Heisman voting this year. Besides
Drew Aller.
I was just about to say that. Oh, and then Sunday we got Notre Dame versus Miami. I mean, I mean, there's other matchups in here that are going to be good.
I told you, pick a game.
There's other matchups in here that are going to be solid games, but just in terms of like top 10 matchups, I mean, 4 or 5 games this week, and I cannot wait.
Oh no, where'd Bryce go?
I can't even see you.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Richie's gonna have a fun time editing that one. Richie's gonna have a fun time editing that one.
I don't know why that's happening.
I don't know.
But I think this week I'm most excited for a couple things. One, I'm excited to see, honestly speaking, I don't speak very highly of the Ohio State Buckeyes because I think they're scum. But freshman quarterback starting this year, still got his wide receiver in Jeremiah Smith. And he's got plenty of other weapons at that position. They're going to be all right at the offensive line. They lost Donovan Jackson and they lost a couple other people in the draft, which is fine. Lost their running backs. Pretty much lost their entire defense besides Caleb Downs and the other dude that I can't think of off the top of my head. Alex would know if he was here. And they're a 1.5 point favorite against a Texas team that pretty much just reloaded.
Yeah.
Explain that to me, how they're a 1.5 point favorite.
Couldn't tell you.
I know part of it is that game's in the shoe, and that's why, that's part of it, definitely.
Can see that.
But I, for one, don't see how I'm not saying Julian Sain's bad by any means, but I don't see how a freshman QB is going to walk in and beat that Texas defense week 1 without any prior competition at the collegiate level, besides a couple passes and whatnot, all that little stuff.
Right.
I'm excited for that game. I can't wait. I also get to see the number 1 overall recruit 2025 draft class, Bryce Underwood, officially named a starter for your
Michigan.
I can't wait to watch him sling that rock.
Who's Michigan have this week?
New Mexico. So
easy dub.
Should be an easy dub. But I'm excited. I mean, new offensive coordinator, new quarterback, new running backs, new wide receiver that transferred in, defense is reloaded. I'm excited to see what happens this year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's
going to have to be a tune-up game because next week is Oklahoma.
Ooh.
So that's a good matchup next week.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much my only thoughts on Pitt that the season's starting. I mean, I saw something on Twitter that I absolutely agree with, and it's absolutely the truth. If they want to be good this year, it starts with Eli Holstein. He's got to be healthy. He's got to shake off the cobwebs. He's got to do what basically he didn't do towards the. I mean, he was injured. I would put it on injuries, a lot of it, but it has to start with them, and then the Sharks got to be let loose if they want to be good this year. But it starts with Eli Holstein. I don't even think it starts with Pat Narduzzi and Cade Bell. I think it starts with Eli Holstein. So,
yeah.
So, yeah.
The only other comment I have about this weekend specifically is Lee Corso's final show, man.
Man.
Last time we'll get to see Coach on College Game Day. I'm excited. I'm going to be up 7 a.m. cooking some pancakes and eggs for breakfast. Maybe a little glass of milk. I don't know. See what I'm feeling. Could be some other beverage.
Gotta get a little grill out, you know.
Could be another beverage that I decide to drink with my breakfast, if you know what I mean.
Good,
I don't know.
good, bro, dude. I
And
got
I'm
this.
gonna.
Dude, at some point for college game day or whatever, I got this pavilion out here. I gotta get the boys over here.
And I can't wait to watch Coach, man. I can't. Last time we'll see him. It's gonna be exciting.
Mhm.
And then officially, what we've waited for months and months and months, college football is back.
Yeah.
Which also means the Pittsburgh Pirates season is almost over.
Oh man.
There's only one team officially eliminated from playoffs, and it is the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, it's actually not us. That's surprising.
And it will be next week.
Yeah, we'll be out next week. But anyway, last thing, at least from my end, because at the end I do want to. There is some things about rapid fire, and obviously I'm the only one that's going to be able to discuss this because I did go to Edinburgh. Their season also opens up at this Thursday at East Stroudsburg at 7, I think, or 6. It's under the lights. I know that. EJ will probably be live tweeting that game because I told him to. And then I'll be at Thursday Night Fights, unfortunately. But yeah, I visited Edinburgh this week. I mean, I like what I saw. And then what Joe said last week about people, the thing that I remember what he said to look out for, and I did, is Gavin Ennis. And let me tell you, he was actually named captain today. Give the ball to Gavin. He's going to have a big year this year. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. And we'll see. We'll see who the starting quarterback will be. If it's Nico Marchitelli, Matt Meacham, Bo Swartz. We'll see. We'll see. But
I want to talk.
Yeah.
Can I talk about Teal real quick?
Yeah, sure. But last thing I'll say about Edinburgh is that I talked to Coach Scott because there was a soccer scrimmage at like after practice, and yeah, he seems still confident. Seems he's ready for the season. So roll Scots, man, roll Scots. Go ahead.
Heck yeah. Teal opens up next Friday, which is kind of weird. Edinburgh starts this week, and Teal starts next Friday.
Might have to email somebody and go to the Teal game, get some pictures.
You gotta buy tickets for all Teal sports this year. They implemented that.
Ooh.
But they start, and instead of like the pack's always been you play pack teams all year long. They changed that this year.
Ooh.
So they get to start with Concordia, which is a school in Wisconsin. No idea. Then they play Adrian, team in Michigan. No idea.
Go Blue.
That's all I know. That's the only team I know from Michigan that's worth anything. Michigan State sucks. And then, the season starts. And honestly, Teal has kind of a favorable schedule this year. I mean, other than Washington and Jefferson and Case Western, Westminster, and Geneva and Allegheny, it's a possibility, depending on, a couple things. Teal could be above 500 this year for the first time in probably 9 years.
Oh, geez. That's good.
I don't know much about it because I don't talk to many of the guys on the football team, just kind of what I see from the schedule and what I remember from last year from the couple games. Could be an interesting year.
Yeah. Bottom line is, no matter who we root for, college football is back.
That's all that matters.
Yes, but all right. I'm gonna be a little bit more professional for this last part.
Somebody needs to bully the librarian.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of the Tailgate Talks universe, football is back. College football this week, the NFL next week. For everybody that is hearing this beginning speech, I want clean, fair matchups, fights, no cheating, have fun, and I would like to welcome everybody to the 4th season of Tailgate Talks Rapid Fire. Had to get the opening ceremonies speech out of the way, and I just stepped on a cord and my PlayStation just turned off, so I just lost all my progress on the MLB The Show game I was playing. But yeah, so rapid fire is here, and time to get after it. So, and Bryce, any parting words before we head out of here?
The only thing that I would like to say is two things. Go Blue forever. I can't wait to watch them hoist the title again of national champions.
Go Blue, Joe knew.
And yeah, Joe did know, and Penn State's going to lose every game that they play this year. Unfortunately not, but I could only hope. And Ohio State's going to get boat raced. That would be the great. My ideal start to the week is that Michigan wins and literally every other school in America loses besides TR and Edinburgh.
I was going to say, roll Scots, baby.
And the only other thing I'd like to say is just a final thank you to the Freshers. Their link and everything about them is in the description below.
I was going to say, we forgot to pay the bills for last time. But yeah, so obviously you know the drill. I'm not allowed to do the paper toss because Alex is not here, or Dom. So you're up next.
And all I'd like to say is thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all that you do. And all I'd like to say is good night, America.